y'all, welcome back to Lantern Creek Farm.
Viewer discretion advised. We are going to show real rabbits and the act of breeding, and so if that is something you're uncomfortable with, just be aware of what this video consists of.
Hey y'all, this is a big day today. This is going to be our first day of breeding the rabbits. Hopefully we get some good fall-offs today, but we're going to get started. So if you watched our rabbit breeding for this fall, we are going to be breeding our Miss Pipsqueak and our Miss Clover, and they're going to be bred to our buck Rover. We're going to do one doe at a time, and so we'll start with one doe, see how they interact, see if she's in heat, and then we'll move to the second doe and see if she's in heat, but we're going to give him a little break in between, that way he's not too exhausted. We might have to try and do this a couple days, but we hopefully can get some good fall-offs today. I'll kind of talk you through the process of how we do it here at our farm, but let's go get the buck out, and we'll go ahead and get the doe that's in here, which is Pipsqueak. Clover, you got to walk through a few areas. You got to walk through the goat pen, got to go all the way through here and outside, and so we'll just get the easiest one first, which will be Pipsqueak, but we're going to move the buck out first, and then we'll move the doe out. Alright guys, we got him here. He's put up a fight. I need to look and see if they can fit through these holes here, because they are bigger holes, and so I'm going to sit out here with him a minute. I've never used this size cage with this size hole, so we need to see if he'll try to get out or not.
So far, he's just looking around and getting situated. He's in the middle of a shed, so he's got hair all over him. He's up at the wrong end right now. He did try. She looks like she's trying to get him instead. And she is definitely a female, and so I know that she's not a male. We'll give him a few minutes to get it figured out. He's still on the wrong end. We'll give him a few minutes to get it figured out. What we're looking for is a fall off. He's got to find the right end. There we go. There. I don't think that was quite the fall off we're looking for. We'll let him get his strength up, and then we'll let him try again. Pipsqueak is more of an aggressive doe. She always has been. And so I want to make sure that she's not doing anything to hurt him or nothing like that. I'll break it up if it gets too bad. She is a first timer as well, and so she doesn't quite got the routine down or know exactly what to do here. That was a really good fall off right there. That's what it's called. That's how we know that he did execute the breeding when they fall off. And so that's an excellent fall off. I want to at least get one more good fall off, and then I will know that there's a good possibility that she's bred. And for anybody that's wondering if the buck and everybody's okay, they're doing just fine. This is just rabbit foreplay. This is just how it goes. All right. There's their second really good fall off. And so we're going to call that good right there. He did have 3 tries. And the first try I didn't really want to count because I didn't see quite the fall off that I would like to. But he did excellent with the second and third try. And so I'm going to call her bred. I'll mark her down today as being bred.
We're going to give Rover a break. We're going to give Pipsqueak a break. We're going to go ahead and feed them and get them their hay, get them some good, fresh, cool water, and we'll let them relax and cool down. And then Mr. Rover will get another chance this evening to be with another lady. And so he's having a good day. He hasn't had such an exciting time since spring, and so I'd say he's ready to go. But we're gonna let him get a good break, and hopefully let the sun go down a little bit. It's hot out there, and so we're gonna let him get a good cool down, a good break, and then he can work with his other lady a little later this evening when it's a lot cooler. Alrighty, guys, it is evening time, and so that means that it's time to breed Rover to our large doe, our older doe, Clover.
He's on the wrong end. He'll get it figured out here in a minute. She's not lifting for him at the moment, so she might not be in heat. I'm going to give him a few minutes. As you can tell, she's a lot more docile than her daughter. And so she doesn't fight as much, but she'll stay tucked if she's not ready to go. These two have been together before on multiple occasions, obviously, since this will be her 4th breeding. And it doesn't look like she's ready. And that's why we want to, try the does out. They're ready to go most of the month. But there is a few days that they do not, they're not in heat. And so if she is not ready, she will not lift for him. And she is not lifting for him. They know how it works. The previous doe I showed you has never been bred before, and so she doesn't know, really how this worked. But these two are know exactly what works, and it doesn't look like she's in heat. She's getting a little more adjusted here. She's still not lifting for him. This doe is a lot more shy too. In times that I've bred them, she's not liked for me to be around. She's looking at me now, so I'm wondering if that's the case here. So I might have to step back a bit and not crowd them and see if that makes a difference. I think I'm going to step back and leave the camera on them and see if that makes a difference. She keeps looking at me, and so that might be the issue, the fact that I'm around. So I'm going to step over here and maybe hide a little bit and see if that makes a difference. if it doesn't make the difference, then she's probably not in heat. And we'll have to try again tomorrow.
All right, guys, I'm going to call it. It looks like Miss Clover is just not in heat. And that's okay. We can try again tomorrow. That's why you do it within... that's why you do it multiple times, to make sure and to try. And that's why you watch to see if you can see a fall off. And so today's just not the day. He keeps trying, as you can tell, and she's just not ready. And so we'll have to try again tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow we can come back with some footage of her lifting for him and him having good. Oh, he had a fall off. He did have a fall off. So let's see if we can get 2 more fall offs, and we'll call it then. Guys, we did have a fall off there. I'm not going to call it until I see 2 more good fall offs, because that might have just been a fluke. She is flirting with him and rubbing on him a little bit now, so that might mean something good. Sometimes, especially with this doe stepping away, makes a difference for her, and so I do want to make sure that they don't get out of the cage here. And so we are just going to see what comes of it. She is rubbing on him a little more and being a little more flirtatious, a little more lively since I've stepped away. We are patiently waiting for a fall off, another fall off. It takes the males a little while to get their strength up, especially since this has been his second female of the day. It looks like he's up, and we'll see if we can get another fall off here. I thought maybe she'd let him breed right there, but she hopped off. So, I'm not feeling very confident that that first one wasn't just a fluke. Alright, that's fall off number 2. He's laying down right now, but I've seen her lift twice right next to him. A doe, when they're ready to go, they will lift their tail up and their hind ends. I hope y'all can hear me over the roosters. They will lift and their tail and their hind end up to let the suitor know that they are ready to go. So she has lifted for him. I'm just, like I said, waiting on another successful fall off, and then we can call it a day for these 2. Alright guys, that's fall off number 3. We're going to mark Miss Clover down. I was counting them out. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it looks like we have had a successful breeding with Miss Clover today as well. Alright guys, I appreciate you all watching. I appreciate you all hanging out. I hope that this video helps somebody. And I just want to say that I highly recommend meat rabbits for your homestead. So if you're watching this for farm purposes, for meat rabbit purposes, I highly recommend meat rabbits on your homestead and farm. But I just want to say thank you for watching, thank you for hanging out, and I hope that we can see you on the next one. We'll see you later. Bye.